Welcome to the Ladypreneurs on Fire Freedom Seeker Show. With today we have the Tuesday live training, and I have an amazing lady with me. Her name is Melissa Jollymore, and she's a mom also of two children, almost the same age as mine. She worked in network marketing 4 years, but this really until the last 4 years that she became successful. And when I asked her why, she said the personal development is a lot to do with it, and also the way we are taught into the company. When I asked her to be part of this journey and asked her what topic was near to her heart, she gave me several topics, but the topic she's going to talk about today is, so maybe I can ask her back several times, so who knows. The topic she's going to talk about today is how to turn your earnings into a passive income, and that is really a subject that passions me a lot also. So I'm going to add her to the stream and welcome her. There she is. Hello, Melissa.
Hello.
Hi, so glad to have you here. And we already had a little chat, and I must say I'm really excited about what you are going to tell us and to teach us. But before we start, can you tell us a little bit more about who is Melissa?
Yes, for sure. Hello, everyone. Thanks for having me, Monique. I'm honored that you asked and, trusting me and with your, your network and sharing, this, I don't take that lightly. For me to speak, I really, that's an honor for me.
Thank you.
And so, my name is Melissa. I'm a mom. So I have a 20-year-old and an 11-year-old. I am married. I live in British Columbia, Canada. And so, I live about outside of an hour away from the city. So I'm a small town girl and who had big dreams. I don't know if you know that song, Small Town Girl. And I am a social worker by trade. So I did what everybody, tells you what to do. Go learn a skill, right? Learn a trade. Go to post-secondary education, and then go get a really good job. And hopefully it has some benefits and a pension plan.
Yeah.
And so that's what I did. That's the only way I knew how to make money was to go to work. And so I did that. I went to school. I got a degree in child and youth care. I went to more schooling to get a specialization in child welfare. And then I became a social worker.
Okay.
And about 4 years ago, was where I really started to, probably 5 years ago, where I really started to be like, I need something different. Like I was working for my weekends. I was, 40 hours a week, and then I had 25 more years till I retired, to retire on 40% of my pension, my wage. And I was like, is this really what life is? And when I looked at people that were in my profession, 5 to 10 years longer, I asked myself, do I want to trade places with them? Like, do I want to, they were clocking in and out. They were on sick leave once, if not twice. I left my physical health on the back burner. I left my mental health on the back burner, and I was getting by. I wasn't getting ahead, and I was just running that rat race. And I was like, I need something different. I didn't know what that looked like. I thought it looked like another job. I was looking for the unicorn that was going to pay me more and give me more time. And what I found was an industry called network marketing. I'm sure people have heard that. And I said no twice. So, I was a skeptic. And I tried it before. I tried network marketing before. I've been in this industry on and off for 10 years. And about 4 years ago, I said yes, led me to some mentorship, taught me a lot about business, about how to turn my earned income into passive income. And so in the last 4 years, I've been a professional in that industry, but also, me and my husband own a couple of traditional businesses, and we have some investment properties. So in the last 4 years has been a huge shift on how I used to think.
Okay. So for the audience, do you know what passive income is? Put a fire emoji if you say, yes, I know it. Or if you say, then put the thinking emoji that you are not really sure about what it is. So we can, Melissa can tell you more about that. So Melissa, the topic is really near to your heart, mine too, I have to say, because I love the books you read, everything from Robert Kiyosaki. I think we share that passion.
Yes.
That man also put a fire under my belief that we shouldn't be dependent of only one income source, because when it's going away, taken away, or for whatever reason, then you are left with nothing. So
Yes.
what put that fire under your belief? Can you share a little bit about that?
Yeah, see, I never knew there was other ways to make income. I only knew one way, and that was earned income. That's active income. That's what the majority of us know how to make money, is when you trade time for money.
Yeah.
So you do a work and then you get paid for that hour. And that's the only way I knew how. We're not taught how to make passive income in schools. We're not taught how to make capital gains or royalty income or all the other streams of income that really can pay you significant amount of cash or cash flow. And so what really fired me up and really kind of brought me to the passive income side was Robert Kiyosaki. So if anyone has read Rich Dad Poor Dad, Business of the 21st Century, I have actually a free online copy of Business of the 21st Century. If anybody wants, I could totally send that to you. Cash Flow Quadrant, anything from Robert Kiyosaki, I read, and I was just like, it was just something I couldn't stop reading, because it was something new. I never knew this. I never knew how to make the lowest taxes. I never knew how to make my money work for me, how I can make it grow exponentially, how I can make money when I'm not working. Like, I didn't know that actually existed. I thought that was only for the wealthy. Or that's what the rich people knew. I didn't know that I could move into that category. And so that really fired me up. And then I, aligned with mentorship. People who have built on wealth principles, who know how to make the highest quality of income, taught me all of the things. And so I was able to do what they do, right? Because, before I always learned from people who only made a capped income, who was taxed at the highest, right? They went to work, they made earned income. Those were the people I was learning from on how to make money, which only got me so far. And so when I actually was learning from people who have an unlimited income potential, who have money growing and they have multiple streams, then, I started doing what they did. And now, my life has just kind of worked its way up from there.
Awesome. Just a little side note. It doesn't mean when you have passive income that you can lay down and do nothing anymore. That's not passive income. Can you elaborate a little bit on that, please?
Sure. So, passive income is money you make. The goal is to make as much money when you're sleeping or when you're not working as when you are. Right? So passive income is money you make 24/7, and then it flows to you. Right? So that earned income, you go to work and you make money. And most people who get a paycheck, what happens is you got to pay the bills. Right? So you have to, go and pay the hydro, the mortgage, the car, right? All of those taxes, your credit card. And now all of a sudden, how much do you have left over? Very little. But now you have to go back and work for more to go pay the next month's bills. Right? You have to go back to work. Passive income is money that's flowing to you, that you have created a system, right? Like, people make money, but systems create wealth. And so when you make a system that works harder than you do, now you've created money that's being made even when you're not working. Now you have to build it. Or, passive income, you can buy it, right? You can build cash flowing assets, or you can buy them, right? Like, for example, real estate. If you bought a rental property, and which a lot of people can't buy, get into the real estate market, not even for their own house, not even to get a second to rent it out. But say you can, right? You're going to rent it out. Some of it's going to get paid to the mortgage, right? Which is good debt. We learned that in Robert Kiyosaki. Good debt is if someone else is paying for it. And then maybe you're going to have $200 left over. That $200 is passive income. That's money you didn't make, that you didn't work for, right? So now you can get that every month. That's high quality income. But a lot of people don't have that money to do the down payment to buy the house, doesn't have the money for, if there's gonna be fixers, or what if the renters skip on rent. There's a lot of risk with that. Another way, which I love, and what's the industry I've aligned with, is network marketing. So you can build cash flowing assets, or you can build a system, and you can leverage a fulfillment center that does all the headaches for you. They worry about the science, they worry about the shipping, they worry about all of that stuff. Where now you can come in and you can leverage that fulfillment center, and you can start building cash flowing assets. So for example, just so that people can kind of compare from real estate to, say, network marketing, is that if you buy, right, and then you're putting investment, and you have a property, and say you make $200 a month on that property, if you say align with a business partner, you're opening up a location. You literally have another real estate cash flowing asset, because now they're going to get 2. And what happens is 2 become 4, 4 become 8, 8 becomes 16, 32, and it duplicates. And so that's your system. And so now, after say 9 months, say, it duplicates to 500 people, for example, 500 cash flowing assets. All right. You could even relate it to as 500 real estate properties, right? Because you're building. Now everyone works, say, an hour a day, right? And you're working 1, just for the sake of math. You have to work, if you want significant cash flow, 1 hour a day is probably not going to build a large system. Maybe 2 to 3, or, but say 1 hour a day you're working, because Jim Rohn said, and I shared that quote with you, and it's one of my favorite, is work on your living 9 to 5, right? You need to work on what you've built already. You got to pay the bills, work on your living. But then 5 to 9, work on your fortune. And when I think about fortune, I think about your physical strength. I think about your emotional strength, your mental strength, your spiritual strength, and your financial strength. All 5 of those need to be strengthened in the after work time, because during your work time, you're giving everything you got to your job, right? To making a living. Now your 5 to 9 is for you, for your fortune. And so say you can work an hour a day on your financial strength, and there's 500 people doing the same. You're getting paid for 500 hours. You're working for 1. That's passive income.
That's passive income. This is so amazing. So if you like what Melissa is telling us, and you like these Tuesday trainings, then make sure that you hit the follow button. And if you are on YouTube, then please click also on the bell, so you will get notified when the next training is coming on. But Melissa, we hear it all the time. I have no time. I have no money. How many income streams should I have? Where should I start? What would you say to people like that? Because I'm sure you get these questions, these hesitations all the time too.
Such a good question. Multiple streams of income is a necessity. It's not a luxury anymore, because we were just shown that our main stream of income, and mostly 98% of people only have 1 stream. We just saw that it can be shut down. We just saw that that stream can be cut off. And so we need to really protect ourselves and take our own financial future in our own hands. And it's actually a necessity to create another, if not multiple, streams of income. And there's multiple ways to do that. There are kids making 6 figures online making slime, on YouTube.
Yeah.
So if a, an 8-year-old can do it, if a teenager can do it, so can us. We can really learn because the business is in the 21st century is digital, is online, from home, right? Forbes said the next 79 million people in the next 5 years are going to start a home-based business because people need flexibility. They want to give themselves a pay raise whenever they want. They want to work when they want, where they want, and with who they want.
Yeah.
And get taxed at the lowest. There's a bunch of tax benefits from working from home. So, so when people say, "Oh, I don't have the time," I like to say, "Well, what are you doing 5 to 9? How are you building your fortune?" Because there's a lot of us that get, and I was guilty of this, where I would get sucked into, I just need to relax and chill in front of Netflix, right? How much time are we spending on Netflix? How much time are we scrolling on Facebook?
Yeah.
What are we doing on our lunch hour? Are we just, gossiping and in the lunchroom? Or are we just scrolling on Facebook on the lunchroom? Maybe take that hour and be productive.
Yeah.
It only takes pockets of time throughout your day to really build yourself to get ahead. So for people who say I'm too busy, I get it. We're all busy, right? We're all busy. We all have the same 24 hours.
Yeah.
It's just, what are you doing in that 24 hours that's going to get you ahead? And there is going to be some sacrificing.
Yeah.
There is going to be. I'm not going to lie to you. There has to be. You got to sacrifice maybe some fun. Maybe you're not going to go out on the weekends. Maybe you're going to spend some time building something that's going to pay you more in the long run than waiting till, for me, it was 25 more years till I retired. And then when I retired, I was going to get 40% of, you work all this time to get a paycheck.
Yeah.
And you make more during the time you working, but then when you retire, you're going to get, 40% of that. And then you have the time, but then are you going to have the money and the health to do all the things you want to do?
That's
right. We're so programmed to work till we're retired and we can't wait till retirement. Well, how about you work on your fortune and have a 3 to 5 year plan where you could start building on your fortune?
Yeah.
And so I think time's just an excuse.
Yeah.
I think time's an
because
excuse.
a lot of people are saying, "Oh, I don't need the money. I don't need a lot of money." But if we were taught one big lesson in the last 18 months, 24 months, and it is when it's taken away, then you know how important this is. And maybe that's the same for you, but I'm not saying that you have to become a millionaire, that you should have a lot of money in your bank account. But the thing is, the more money you have, the more freedom you have to do with the money what you want to do with the money. So make maybe better choices for your health, or for the education from your children, or for yourself, that you're not dependent anymore on a partner, because a lot of women are still dependent on an income from a partner or a boss or whatever. And what do you think about that? And how many income streams should one desire to have? Do you have? I hear the average millionaire has 7 income streams, but I don't think everybody should start with 7 income streams. What would you suggest? How to start?
So the first thing about not wanting to, everybody shouldn't have, maybe some people don't want to be a millionaire, or that's not their desire. They're not motivated by money. Right. And that's true for a lot of people. But it kind of goes inside with, I don't have time. And really, I measure time as wealth. Right. And so if you can make $5,000, say it costs you $5,000 a month to run your household, and you have to go to work, earned income to make that money. And you're trading time for money. You're getting taxed at the highest. Earned incomes get taxed the most. Okay. You're a cash flowing asset to everybody else but you. You're a cash flowing asset to the bank. You're a cash flowing asset to the government, your employer, and you're getting taxed at the highest, right? It's very little that you get as a paycheck. But say you have to go to work for $5,000 to pay your life. What if your passive income you made $5,000? you just got your time back.
Mm-hmm.
You just got your time back. That's wealth.
Yeah.
The flex, the flex is not fancy cars and fancy houses anymore.
No.
It's freedom. Like you said, time freedom. So if we could, if you could learn how to turn that earned income into passive income, now you just got your wealth. You just get your time back.
Yeah.
That's wealth, right? So now you get to decide how you spend your time instead of a boss telling you when to come to work, if you could take a vacation, right? If you could move up the corporate ladder. And I agree with you, 7 streams of income. I don't know who said that. It's just this meme that floats around that you're supposed to have 8 streams. You know what? I think start with 2, right? Your first one is always usually people have earned income, right?
Mm-hmm.
Go to work, make your, that's your secure paycheck right now. So that's one stream. Now we need to work on a second. And there's multiple, there's so much ways to make an extra stream of income. Gary Vee talks about go to garage sales and buy low, sell high. Lots of people are making lots of money on drop shipping, on network marketing. And I'm a big fan of network marketing just because it gives everybody an even playing field to have their own business. It's a very low startup cost, and it multiplies. It doesn't just double, it multiplies. And you have access to 60 to 70% of the revenue, depending on your compensation plan, gets back into your pockets, and you hold 0 of the debt. Like, it's the greatest business model that I've ever seen. But, there's multiple ways. So I would just say, find out what really fills your heart. Like, what fires you up? Do you love health and wellness? Do you love being healthy? Do you love helping people? I don't know, like you can Google this and be like, how can I that can be the first step. How can I make money from home? How can I make money from online? You're going to get a lot of options. Do your research, because there is a lot of scams out there. There is a lot of things that aren't a good return on your investment. And so be careful who you listen to. Do your research. There's a lot of gurus out there that tell you that, they're going to teach you all the things. But really, you got to be careful with those people that are just get paid at the door. If you're just getting paid at the door and then you never see them again, I'd just be careful for that. Find a mentor, find somebody. This is what I would say. Now I know where I was heading. Find somebody who has what you want. This is what I would say. Find somebody who has what you want, and then do what they do. Learn from them. Find out what they know. All right? Because then they've already shown you that it can be done. Don't listen to the people that haven't done it, that haven't had any success in what you want. Don't listen to them, because they're going to tell you it's not going to work.
For sure.
Find somebody that has had success, that is paving the way, that has had years of success, right? Not just a season, because a season, you might have really good success for a season, and then you lose it, right? And then you got to rebuild yourself. That's the growth. If you find somebody that has been in it for a long time, who has been through the rigors like we talked about, they know the true path, then follow them. That's who you want to,
then you have your example. And you can do, like you said, do your research, because that is so important. Don't jump into anything because it is shiny and glitzy and so on, because when it seems too good to be true, it often is. So do your research. Something that I was really scared of years ago is losing all the contacts on Facebook. You hear a lot. How important is social media for you, and what could you share about having your list? We hear it all the time. What is your take on that?
Well, there's so many social media platforms. I build on social media. I get a lot of my network from social media, especially with COVID, because we weren't allowed to go anywhere. It was really hard to meet people. And in business, your network is your net worth. So you have, like in any business, we have a electrical company that, and you know, we have a client list, we have a network, right? And we keep building it so that our electrical company still grows. So
Mhm.
you have to build your network, and that's your net worth. And so, in same with network marketing, and same in any business,
Yeah.
right? In anything that you're going to build. And so social media, literally from your phone, you have the globe. You literally have the globe from your list, right? And so honestly, you do have to take your list offline. You do, right? Is that if you're going to meet people online, you have to get their phone number. You need to get offline and start building that relationship offline also, because you never know where social media platforms are going to go.
Mhm.
I don't know if that's what you're asking me, but they could, it could disappear. So be responsible for your network, because that is your network, and you don't want to lose them because all of a sudden Facebook ends.
Decides to do this.
Or yeah,
Don't
I
be
don't know if that was.
dependent.
Yeah, you have
That,
to take control over it, right? Because
yeah.
this is your future.
Yeah.
My mentor always says, futures have no strangers have your future in their hands.
Yeah.
So, and and how many strangers do we meet on social media?
Mhm.
We met on social media, right? And so make sure that when you're chatting with them, get their number, get their email,
Yeah.
and so that you can stay in contact, because you never know when you're building and you're changing. Now you watching this and you're like, yeah, I need to make a second stream of income. Like, I'm depending on one, and that's scary. When you're watching this, you're like, I need to do something. Oh, what was I going to say? I had a good point. I just missed it.
On building your
Okay.
email list, I think it was, no? Because if
Shoot.
you're dependent on only on social media, and it's cut off for whatever reason, Facebook jail, or whatever,
Right.
what happened in 2008, 2009, that Google changed their way of clicking, so overnight people lost their business.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
when it's your business, you want to be in control. And if you
Yes.
only rely on your friends and friend requests or followers, then if it shuts down, then you can have a huge problem. You can lose your business overnight.
Yes. Thank you, because it just sparked what I was going to back what I was going to say. Exactly, because you're building, and you're building your second stream of income. What's going to happen is you might expand just like I did, right? I came from being a social worker. I quit my job, became a professional network marketing, but that learning the financial education, um, and business acumen, now I moved into traditional business. Then I moved into investment in real estate. So now all of a sudden, now you're just starting to grow and develop, and you're building into bigger things.
Yeah.
And so your network needs to be safe and secure, because maybe your network isn't going to align with you in your network marketing business, but maybe they need what you have in other areas that you're going to build in, or maybe you need what they have. So
Yeah.
you definitely do need to take it offline.
Yeah. I'm so
Yeah.
glad that you say that, because somebody I hear all the time, yes, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, but people don't realize that makes them so dependent and so vulnerable. And when it's gone, it's gone. You cannot get it back anymore. So Melissa, we are already almost at the end of this amazing interview. I'm getting goosebumps again. I'm sorry. So you were talking in the beginning. You have a link to a book from Jim Rohn or Robert Kiyosaki.
Yeah, I do have a link for Robert Kiyosaki, Business of the 21st Century. So if I
Can you
can give
share it
that.
with me later on? Then I put it in the
Absolutely.
in the description, so people can click on it, and I will be the first, because that is something that I want to read too. So that we're going to share it. So where can people find you? Tell us. You're on Facebook. They can click on the link in the description and find you there. But
Yeah.
where can they find you? Do you have a YouTube channel, or do you have other ways that they can connect with you?
Yeah, of course, I'm on all the platforms, because social media, you have the globe at your fingertips. And so I'm on Facebook, definitely Instagram at Melissa Jollymore. I have TikTok. Anybody who loves TikTok, please follow me. I'll follow you. I am obsessed with that app. So TikTok, I'm
Really?
at Melissa Jollymore. If you want to see me do some silly dances and funny little skits,
Oh,
there
you're
you
so
go.
brave. I don't like it. I don't get used to that app. I have it on my phone, but no, it's not my platform yet. You never know.
Totally, yeah.
But I'm
Well,
already
and you
a
have to be
hundred, so
yeah, you have to be careful that it doesn't suck you in, right? You have
yeah,
to be
yeah.
productive on that. And then of course YouTube for sure. I have a couple of training videos on YouTube and a little bit about what I do. So definitely you can check that out, Melissa Jollymore.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for your time. Do you have some last words of wisdom before we stop this interview or interview this training?
hmm So I just want everyone who's watching, the first thing is a lot of time we lack belief. We lack belief in ourselves.
Hmm.
And we allow other people to control our future, our fate. And that's what we're taught. It's not something, we're not taught to be entrepreneurs. We're taught to go to work, right? Because that's just how the economy and the system works, and the government and the school system.
Hmm.
And so I could understand when people think of outside of their comfort zone, that's scary,
Yeah.
and they feel it's risk. You can't take risk out of opportunity. There is going to be a little bit of risk, whether it's social, maybe it's risk of what people will think, maybe it's an investment, maybe it's monetary risk, maybe there's some time you're going to be risking
Hmm.
for the opportunity. But there is many opportunities to choose from,
Yeah.
and it's you have to have a sight, right? We're not taught to look for opportunity. And so it's not whether, you have the entrepreneur mindset. It's, do you have a development program, and do you have mentorship and somebody who can teach you how to pull that out of you?
Hmm.
Right? There's a rich person, a poor person, a middle class person, and a rich person in all of us.
Yeah.
It's, do you have something that you are a part of that's going to pull that out of you? Because you need somebody probably that's going to believe in you more than you believe in yourself in the beginning, because it is a shift in mindset. It's a shift in mindset because a lot of us are trained in the employee mindset, and it's different to shift over. And so, my hope for people watching this is to educate yourselves, get financially educated, read Robert Kiyosaki, Sharon Lecter, 3 Feet from Gold. There's, Jim Rohn books, John Maxwell. Get educated and start learning from the people, Grant Cardone, Gary Vee. Now I'm just naming.
We are
Um,
all we are both reading the same things.
yes, we're all learning,
Awesome.
right?
Hmm.
Get around those people and start learning how they talk, start learning the habits. And then all of a sudden, now you're going to grow into something that is going to really pull that out of you, where now you're going to build your future and reach your goals, right? Dream again. Take those dreams off the shelf, dust them off, because you deserve it. You only live once. You're meant to do big things. Dust those off and start there.
Okay, well, thank you very much. That was amazing. Thank you for all those golden nuggets, all those ideas. I think this will spark a lot of ideas for those women out there, ladypreneurs, or even ladies who are wanting or maybe checking out some opportunities to make more money or an extra stream of income. So thank you very much for sharing that, and I
Welcome.
wish you all the best. I hope that we can talk soon again, and I wish you a great day, and let's talk soon.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me.
Bye bye.
Bye.
So wasn't this an amazing training? I love talking to her. She is really something, because all those those golden nuggets, I will put them also into the show notes, the descriptions, the books you can find on my blog. I have a page with all the books that are on there, so you can click on them and read a little bit more about it, because that is one of the most important things if you are thinking about creating another income stream or more income stream. It is really get educated. Get educated, that you know what you want, that you know, that you learn from people who already have done and have what you want to have or want to do, because that is the most important. And something that Melissa shared just at the end is you have music inside of you, and that can be pulled out by a mentor. The biggest entrepreneurs in the world, like Grant Cardone, like Robert Kiyosaki, and so on, they still have their mentors. It is not that if you are achieving a lot of goals in your life, if you're earning a lot of money, that then the work to grow and to learn stops. No, they are always seeking out for other mentors. Like Russell Brunson, he always said, okay, there is when I talk to a mentor, I pay him a lot of money, and sometimes it's only for a little thing, but that is just the one spark that I needed to take my business to the next level. So recapping, creating a second income stream, or a third or fourth or fifth, is something that is almost becoming a necessity, so that you are not dependent of your boss, your work, your normal income stream. You can do it next to your job, because a job is something that you need to have because you need to pay the bills. Don't think that we are telling you that you have to stop your first income stream and start building another company, an online business or whatever. No, what we are saying is try to work your work from 9 to 5, and then work your wealth from 5 to 9. That is a great wisdom from Jim Rohn. And look into mentors like the books from Robert Kiyosaki, from Grant Cardone, from Gary Vee, or whatever. But Sharon Lecter, who wrote 3 Feet from Gold, those are all books that when you read them, you know that you learn a lot, and you can take your wisdom from there. So for now, I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Tuesday live training. Be sure that you subscribe to the channel, click on the bell so that you get notified for the next trainings. And for today, I wish you all the best. Good luck, and be